All right, if we are what we eat, then we can say that our identity is based on what we've been feeding ourselves. If we are having reactions and responses in our lives that we don't like, and we don't like the person that's reacting and responding, it means that we got to be able to identify, what have I been feeding that person that I don't like, that's been keeping that person that I don't like nourished. Well, if the person that you don't like is negative and there's a lot of negativity, then that means that you're feeding yourself negativity, right? And you got to figure out what those sources of food are that you're feeding yourself, and begin to feed yourself the opposite, the positive, the healthy, the good, the godly, and then begin feeding yourself that, so that you can in turn nourish the person that you do want to become, the healthier person. The second thing is using the example of parenting, and not being, being very reactive to your children in a negative way, right? You have to ask yourself, why am I the parent? Why am I the person that thinks that this actions or these words or this, yanking your kid up by the arm is good for my kid and is going to produce love from my kid towards me because of how I'm yanking them up? That lets you know that there's some disconnect there, right? Even if we say, that's all I've ever known, but if we think about this logically and think about when you reap what you sow, then we can begin to deconstruct these behaviors that this is all we've ever seen. But we, as the people who have the power to choose, can take a step back and say, why am I this person that does these things? Why am I the person that does these things? And then and say, does this line up with what I really want? We can choose that.